Hello and welcome to the Cabinet of Doll Curios, where you will find creations of horror, beauty and the perfectly imperfect. Here I start off by cutting off the hair of the Monster High doll, bunging her head in some boiling water for about a minute, that's fine, and then that makes the glue softer so you can actually scrape out the hair from the inside and pull it out with tweezers. Then I remove her factory makeup with 100% acetone. I know I've cut her ears off here, but it's going to be covered with a massive gorgeous hair anyway. Oh, and don't forget, before you apply paint, it's always best to put a layer or so of Mr. Super Clear on, just to help the paint grip a lot better. Then once that's all dry, I go in with my favourite Panpastels. These give excellent pigmentation, so a little goes a long way. Here I am just blushing, try and make the white powder face makeup stand out a bit more. Then just in case you can see any bits through the hair, any bits of the scalp, I'm going over it in an orange colour, which is similar to the colour of hair I'm using. When I say hair, it's actually wool, as you'll see a little bit later. Now when I make the clothes, I don't have patterns, I kind of just wing it. These are definitely one-off clothes currently, so yeah. And here's the dress, but I made it a little bit shorter, just so you can get more poofiness with all the lace underneath. Here's the hat, which I'm very proud of, I think it's so cute. And here's a coat, very fiddly, but it's quite relaxing. I sit down, put a film on whilst I'm doing this. And then I wanted her to have gloves on, but because she's got fingernails, I didn't want to paint them all white, as it may look a bit weird with the fingernails in the gloves. So I did fingerless gloves and dirtied them up a bit. Be very careful if you attempt something like this, hence why doll customisation is not for children. Here I'm using my epoxy sculpt. You wear gloves while you're mixing, preferably with all the fingers complete. You wear gloves while you're mixing because this is when it's at its most toxic, where it could perhaps give you skin allergies and be all round not very nice. Luckily I'm okay with it, but I still wear gloves for the mixing stage anyway. And then I tend to take them off once it's mixed, so I can just feel my way and sculpt. And please don't forget to subscribe, because something like a massive 80% of you that watch my videos every time haven't subscribed. I guess you're just relying on it to pop up in your feed, but it doesn't always do that. I do videos quite regularly, but sometimes not on the same day, so it would be horrible for you to miss one. And I am trying to do the content a bit different with some drawings, as well as obviously making handmade dolls and these dolls as well. So please, just 1 second, it would help me out so much. Please just hit subscribe and feel free to comment as well. I'll reply to every single one. Thank you. Using water on epoxy sculpt really helps smooth it down. And let it dry for 24 hours ish, and then it's all hard and ready to go. Then it's all ready to paint. And here I'm using Worbla, which is basically a material that you warm up and it becomes quite pliable. You can bend it into whatever shape pretty much that you want, and then as it cools, you've got a window of probably about 5 to 8-10 seconds, something like that. But if you don't manage to get the shape that you want, you can just go in with heat. In this case I use my hairdryer. And it takes about 20 to 30 seconds for it to go soft, so it's quite a nice, convenient, quick moulding sort of process. wanted this doll custom to have a few accessories, so I made a ball for her to balance on and also a concertina. So here is some polymer clay, otherwise known as Super Sculpey, which I've kind of done into a concertina, how would you say, base, handles, side bits, very techie terms there. And then I'm going in with tissue just to wipe off the excess to give it a bit more of an aged look. Here I did a little bit of a paper folding to get the concertina effect, some with pattern, some with just the green, and then of course one of my favourite things, going in with Panpastels to age things up a bit and make it more vintage. And don't forget to spray with Mr. Super Clear after each layer of finished pastel work. And here's some gold bits. Cut up some little metal embellishments that I had in my little stock box as well, just to give it a little bit more detail and fanciness. After rolling up some foil, I then went in with Super Sculpey and smoothed it into a circle. It took a little while, perfectionist, still not perfect to me, but it's fine for this. When I'm finally satisfied, I bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes. Again, read the manufacturer's instructions, and then I go in with Folk Art acrylic matte paint. Then, using the same paint in different colours, I proceeded to draw patterns. I didn't want this absolute perfect. I wanted the idea that the ball was really old, it's been used, it's probably been painted many layers because of its age and its scratching off and its use. So this is great technique. I will later sand this and also use Panpastels and spray with Mr. Super Clear. Got this wool which is like really lovely and chunky, and I'll separate it into pieces but leaves the waves in because it's going to be for like a clown hair or wig. It makes an ideal texture for this. I'm just going in with tacky glue over onto the scalp. I get very messy with this. Tell me how you can do this but without getting it all on your fingers. It's pretty much impossible. I use a brush, get it wrapped around. Oh dear, the trials and tribulations, but the end result is just what I wanted, so that's worth all the mess and the glue and the hairs and oh. Don't worry too much about doing a perfect parting on this, or if the glue might still be visible if it dries, which normally it isn't, because I'm putting a nice big hat on her anyway, literally in the bit where it's flattened there, just like that. What a mane, look at it, wonderful. Can we just take a second here to just appreciate these gloves? These gloves that have been with me for every doll customisation. Most people would probably burn on no sooner than look at them, but they are actually clean. I do wash them. They're just stained, stained, stained. I will continue to use them and love them, and I'm sure you'll appreciate them as you watch them get dirtier and blacker and grimier, but still clean. I'll be quiet for a little bit now and leave you to enjoy the process of the face up using Panpastels and Derwent Inktense watercolour pencils. Again, spray Mr. Super Clear in between each layer of finished work. Just so if you make a mistake on the next layer or you decide to change your mind, you can simply wipe it off and it doesn't affect all the other layers. wanted her to look quite sad while she's balancing on this ball and playing the concertina and performing. So it was quite important to, well, obviously if you've got lots of makeup on like this and you cry, it would run down your face. So I wanted some of the black to run. I wanted to get this just right, so I spent quite a bit of time on this. It seems a simple process, but I just wanted to get it just right. So I think I did in the end. Hopefully I did, if you think I did. And then when I go in with some gloss varnish later, I also do nice big blobs of the tear as well on both eyes. Watered down some black. You'd be surprised how it looks quite dark here, but it dries almost to practically nothing. But it's best to do that and then layer it up again and do it really black, and then it dries and it's still too black. So always do little layers. Here I am releasing the beast, her hair, after I've done the face up and sprayed with Mr. Super Clear. Here's the gloss that I spoke about earlier. It really, really makes a difference. I love doing the gloss. Her eyes and her lips. I do a little bit on her nose and also a bit of a blob for tear as well. Well, tears on both eyes. And in about 20 seconds you'll see the final photos. I hope you liked my little sad clown doll. She will be for sale in my Etsy shop, so go and check that out, Cabinet of Doll Curios. And please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment.